All right, let's get right into it. We all think we know dogs, right? But how well do we really understand what they're saying? The thing is, a dog is communicating with us constantly, using its entire body. And learning that language, it isn't just a neat trick. It's absolutely essential for building trust and, just making sure everyone stays safe. This is something vets and trainers hear all the time. And it's heartbreaking. But here's the absolute truth, and it's really the whole point of what we're talking about today. Dogs almost never bite without warning. The problem is, we humans are just not seeing the signals they're sending loud and clear. And this is a huge deal. Just to put it in perspective, in the United States alone, we're talking about 4.5 million dog bites every single year. A lot of those could have been prevented if we just knew how to listen to what the dogs were telling us way before they felt like a bite was their only option left. So why do we miss these signs? Well, it's not just you. Research actually shows that most of us are, and I'm quoting here, surprisingly bad at this. We're essentially just guessing. We see a dog and we want to see a happy, friendly companion, so we kind of overlook the signs that they're stressed out. It's a massive communication gap, and today we're going to build a bridge across it. To really get a handle on these warnings, we need a map. And honestly, the best map out there is something called the ladder of aggression. It's a super simple but really powerful way to see how a dog's signals build on each other. And let's get one thing straight right away. This has nothing to do with a dog trying to be dominant or an alpha. That whole idea is completely outdated. Think of this ladder as a language designed to avoid a fight at all costs. For a dog, aggression is always the last resort. Okay, so look at this. It lays it all out perfectly. A dog starts at the very bottom, down in the green zone. The signals here are super subtle. We're talking yawning, blinking, licking their nose. If that doesn't make the scary thing go away, they climb up a rung. Maybe they turn their head away or just get up and walk off. If the pressure keeps up, they keep climbing into the yellow and orange zones. You see them crouching, their body gets stiff. The bite, that's way up at the top, in the red, and it only happens after every single one of these other attempts to communicate has failed. So here's the most important takeaway. The signals that matter most are actually the quietest ones. They're the little whispers at the bottom of the ladder. If we can learn to spot these, we can step in and fix almost any situation before it even thinks about getting serious. A lot of these whispers fall into a category experts call displacement behaviors. Now, that sounds complicated, but it's not. These are just normal dog things, like sniffing the ground, yawning, or having a little scratch. But they're happening at weird times. A dog might yawn when it's definitely not tired. That's a sign that it's feeling conflicted or stressed out. It's like a nervous tick, their way of saying, "Phew, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed here." Let's break down two of the biggest ones you'll see. A yawn, or a quick flick of the tongue to lick their lips or nose when there's no food around. That is a classic textbook sign of stress. The dog is literally trying to calm itself down. And if a dog turns its head or even its whole body away from you, it's not being rude, it's a polite signal that says, "Hey, I'm no threat, but I'm uncomfortable and I would really love some space." Now this one is so important to recognize. It's called whale eye. You see it when the dog turns its head away from something that's worrying it, but its eyes stay locked on that thing. You'll see this sliver of white, like a crescent moon, in the corner of their eye. This is not just some casual side eye. This is basically a dog's silent scream. It means I am terrified and I'm very close to deciding between running for my life or fighting. So what happens if we miss all those whispers? Well, the dog has no other choice. It has to start shouting. And these are the signals that are much harder to miss, the ones further up the ladder. Yeah, just look at this. When a dog is feeling seriously threatened, its entire body goes completely stiff, like a statue. You might see the lips curl back to show teeth or the nose wrinkle up. These aren't subtle anymore. This is a big, flashing neon sign that says, "Back off, now." And that brings us to the most misunderstood signal of them all, the growl. Let's be so clear about this. A growl is not bad behavior. A growl is communication. It's a gift. It's the dog saying, with absolute clarity, "I am at my limit. If this doesn't stop, I will have to bite to defend myself." And this quote just nails it. If you punish a dog for growling, if you yell, "No," or "bad dog," you're not solving the problem. You are taking away the warning light. You're teaching the dog that growling doesn't work, so next time it has to skip that step and go straight to the bite. You are, quite literally, creating a silent biter. Okay, so we know what to look for now. But what do you actually do in the moment? Knowing the language is one thing, but knowing how to respond is where it all comes together. So if a dog you don't know, or one that's clearly stressed, is coming towards you, remember this simple routine. First, just stop. Do not run. That can trigger a chase response. Be a tree. Stand still, stay calm. Don't stare right into the dog's eyes. That's seen as a threat. Instead, turn your body to the side, which makes you look smaller and less intimidating. Then, just wait. Once the dog sees you're not a threat and loses interest, you can slowly, carefully back away. So let's just run through the big takeaways. First, do watch for those early whispers and give a stressed dog space. It's the kindest thing you can do. And a few big don'ts. Don't just walk up to a dog you don't know. Don't ever bother a dog that's eating or sleeping. Those are high-value activities for them. Please, please don't let small kids play with a dog without direct supervision. And say it with me, don't punish a growl, ever. In the end, what this all comes down to is respect. Every dog you meet is telling you a story. They're telling you when they're happy, when they're nervous, and when they're scared. The only question is whether we're taking the time to listen. Now that you can hear their whispers, you really hold the key to a much safer and, frankly, a much deeper relationship with every dog you'll ever meet.